Donald Trump was, understandably, I guess I could say, freaking out over the weekend because, of course, today is the deadline for him to pay that $454 million fraud bond, or else he's going to have his property seized starting tomorrow. So over the weekend, he was understandably freaked out. What is not understandable and what is not acceptable are the attacks that Donald Trump leveled against New York Attorney General Letitia James. Here is what Donald Trump put on Truth Social on Saturday. Arthur Engoron is a rogue judge who was intimidated by the big, nasty, and ugly mouth of Letitia James, considered by many to be the worst attorney general in the U.S. She is a low IQ individual who campaigned for governor using my name and got trounced. She and her puppet Engoron, who valued Mar-a-Lago at $18 million when it is worth 50 to 100 times that amount, have destroyed all business prospects for New York State that is already dying or dead. But have no fear, when I become the 47th president, we will make New York great again. Big, nasty, and ugly mouth of Letitia James, and of course he spelled Letitia wrong, intentionally, because he spelled it correctly for years now. A low IQ individual, which is typically how Donald Trump describes black people that he doesn't like. That usually is an insult he reserves specifically for black people. So, got the racism in there. You got the attacks on her ugly mouth, calling the judge her puppet. This past weekend, what you should have been doing is trying to make nice, right? You should have acted a little bit humble. You could have been a normal, decent human being for 5 seconds out of your life trying to get a favor from the court to not let them take your assets. But instead, you decided to be the most disgusting version of yourself that we've ever seen. But what really gets me about this is how can anyone in this country, how can you, and I want answers, by the way, from the MAGA morons, how can you look at these words coming out of this man's mouth? How can you read these things and say, yep, that's my guy. Oh boy, I love him, don't you? How? How can you square that against your so-called Christian faith? That's what I want to know. Your morals, your values, right? Because conservatives are the moral majority. And you look at crap like this and you say, yes, that is not only acceptable, but I condone it and I want more of it. What is wrong with you people? Serious, I'm asking that question genuinely. What is wrong with you? What is so broken in your life or in your brain that you look at this and you say, that's my guy? Because for the love of God, after 8 years of this, I have not been able to get an answer to that question. And I would love to have one. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.